What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tarian, and welcome back to another episode of Skin It or Skip It, the show where I tell you whether a skin is worth your hard-earned money and you should buy it, or whether you should keep your money and use it to pay for the next luck skin instead. Skin It or Skip It is based upon the skin's visual effects, sound effects, how good it feels to use, and is it worth buying over the other skins that the champion has. On today's episode, we have the latest additions into the Cosmic skin line, including Bel'Veth, Sion, Nautilus, Nunu and Willump, and Jhin. Again. Before we begin, if you like this type of content, go hit that subscribe button down below so you can be updated when any of my new videos comes out. Alright, cool. This is Bel'Veth's first skin since her release last year, and it's honestly not a bad skin line to put her into, as having an Eldritch Horror in a space deity setting works incredibly well overall in my opinion. Not having her be a Darkstar skin is a bit of a missed opportunity in my book, as she is more villainy, but Cosmic Matriarch Bel'Veth is certainly not a bad skin at all. The effects for her W, E, and ultimate explosion are very nice. Her Q's visual effects aren't great, but it's not an ability where visuals can shine, however the sound effects are quite nice. Her W opening a rift into space, her E making her the center of a bunch of rotating stars, and her ultimate's explosion are all just great in my opinion. I don't know how I feel about her ultimate form, as it's a little weird for me, especially with the astronaut-like headpiece that covers the fake face that she's supposed to have. It just feels like this could have been a lot better in execution. Her little minion guys in the Void Coral though, as the other parts of her ult, are quite nice overall and add that little bit of nicety to the skin, and I'll be honest that I like them both here a lot more than her other skin or her base. While the overall feeling of her ultimate form is still a bit off from what I'd personally want it to be for a skin like this, the overall effects for this skin are quite amazing, even though the voice can be a little hard to hear at times as they put the cosmic voice modulation over her already modulated voice. I'll personally rate this skin a solid 7 out of 10, as everything was great, but it left me just wanting a little bit more. Definitely skin it though if you play the champion, which so few people even play her, so yeah, you'll probably skin it if you even play this champion. I feel like I hate the model for this skin more than I actually hate any of the effects that the skin has to offer. The skin's visual effects can all be boiled down to, this is good, but I want more. The Q's charge is really nice, but why don't we have a more star-based background for when it's fully charged instead of what we have now, which feels like a flat color. The W's explosion is really nice, but I feel like the shield itself is incredibly lackluster and just doesn't feel like it's protecting him really. His E is, well, it's his E. There's not a whole lot that can really be done with that ability in any skin line, but I do think that they could have done more for a Cosmic skin. And his ult is actually really nice. I don't think there's much more they could have done with this ability to make it too much better over the other parts of the skin. Overall, I think that's the main feeling I have with Cosmic Paladin Sion, that it's super good, but I want more from the skin than what it's currently giving, and without a doubt, I don't think it's a bad skin, it's just I want more. For the rating though, I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10 as well, because the visual and sound effects are still fine, but the visual effects hold it back from being higher up on the list. Definitely skin it. Nunu and Willump skins are always a delight, just due to seeing what Riot is cooking due to the sheer cuteness factor many of their skins have, and to see how they incorporate the snowball into the skin. While I won't say that Cosmic Paladins Nunu and Willump is my favorite skin of theirs, that still has to go with the B skin, I do love the design of this skin, as Willump being an actual cosmic being, and Nunu I guess kind of being like a normal kid that just is as big as a solar system for some reason. Either way, the sound effects here play very nicely with their kit, and while the visual effects on the passive and Q aren't much to write home about, the visual of the giant cosmic globe for the W and wonderfully star-filled E are just great in my opinion. And their ult is honestly just the icing on the cake. I wish they had the stars below them expand a bit faster and have a little bit more anticipation before the explosion, but even without that, it's still just such a killer animation, and it's just, it's so nice just to see the whole thing together in combos. I'll go with another solid 7 out of 10 because honestly all of these skins are great skins, but there's just certain details that make me not want to rate any of the Cosmic skins higher, or in Nunu's case there's better skins for the champion. Definitely skin it. I'll be honest, the only thing I don't like about this skin is the recall animation. Like, what's even happening in this thing? Recall animation aside, Cosmic Paladin Nautilus is honestly a really solid skin, and it's also funny that he now has 2 space-themed skins. However, I do think that this skin does a good job at differentiating itself from Astronaut Nautilus enough that the space theme is really the only thing that feels like there's an overlap. And it's just a solid skin overall, and I can't find much to really fault this skin for, as the visuals and sound effects are almost exactly what you'd want for a skin like this for a champion like this, and you definitely feel a lot cleaner and more visually appealing in this skin than in some of Nautilus's other skins. Just like with Sion, I wish they added a little bit more flair to the skin, but unlike Sion, I do think that the skin works the way it is and doesn't need that extra flair in order to add something that's lacking. I'll go with a solid 8 out of 10 on the skin, as again, I do think there's some things that could be added to make this skin better, but it's definitely gonna be a skin it from me. Oh boy, here we are. If you want my full thoughts on why this skin is going to fail and why Riot doesn't care that it'll fail, then go watch my other video on this skin, which will be up in the cards at the top right and in the description below. This, however, is a show about judging the skin itself, and yeah, it's a piece of shit for the price. Dark Cosmic Erasure Jhin is effectively just a mythic chroma of Dark Cosmic Jhin, but Riot is treating it as its own thing for some unknown reason, so unlike other mythic chromas that you could get for the price of an event pass and some grinding in game, they made this skin $200. So you'd be paying 10 times the price to guarantee that you get this skin as compared to just buying Dark Cosmic Jhin, which also has a better color palette for the skin in my opinion. Like, it is so incredibly not worth the price tag that this skin has on it, and in addition, if you're paying $200 for a skin, it should actually be its own skin and not something that you can get for 10 times less of a price. If you pay $200 for a skin, at least have it be something like Rusty Blitzcrank, Black Alistar, Pax Twisted Fate, Pax Jax, Young Rise, King Rammus, or something else that you literally are unable to get anymore in any way, shape, or form outside of making a custom skin that's just the skin, buying an account that has the skin, hacking the Riot client, or being a part of the League Partner Program. And it may sound like I'm just repeating myself at this point, but that's because the skin is literally just Dark Cosmic Jhin, so anything I say about the visual effects, sound effects, and how good it feels to use is just, it's Dark Cosmic Jhin. The visual and sound effects are amazing, because it's Dark Cosmic Jhin. The animations for everything are so well done and fluid, because it's Dark Cosmic Jhin. The voiceover and voice modulation are just, they're so good and fit so well with the theme, because it's Dark Cosmic Jhin. Like, if you want this skin, just go buy Dark Cosmic Jhin, which is the exact same skin with all the exact same elements, a better color palette for the skin, and is 10 times less of a price tag, and you get the skin guaranteed off of it for $20 because it's not a gacha system. I think the best way to look at this skin is it's not rare, it's not unique, it's not a good skin, and it's just a massive cash grab by Riot. So if you somehow have $200 spare to blow in a video game, sure, go ahead and guarantee yourself the skin. But for everyone else that isn't living in delusional land and has $200 to spare and just wants Jhin content, go buy the Jhin statue for $125 less. I don't even know how to rate this skin because it's just Dark Cosmic Jhin, which is a 10 out of 10 skin in my opinion. However, I will subtract 5 points because of the price being increased by 10 times the original amount, minus out 2 more for having a subpar color palette compared to the original skin, and then take off 2 more because Riot is saying this skin is rare and exclusive when it's really not that rare or exclusive. So that just leaves our final score of Dark Cosmic Erasure Jhin at 1 out of 10, the lowest score here on Skin It or Skip It. And you should definitely skip it. And with that, we're done with all the cosmic skins and Jhin. I know I went on a rant there for a little bit at the end with him, but I feel like for this skin, it's justified that I'm going on a rant for it, right? Like, that is just so justified. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and tell me if you agree or disagree with me in the comment sections down below, and tell me which skins you plan on buying, if any. And while you're down there, go hit that subscribe button to be notified anytime any of my new videos comes out, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye!